Hey y'all, so today we are going to be putting up my Christmas tree. So, I let's just get this started.
I guess I can start out on saying why I dread. Um, I guess you could say I dread Christmas. Okay, for number one, I don't hate Christmas. And I'm not. I guess you could say I'm not Jewish or any other religion that isn't for Christmas. I don't know. I'm not too familiar. Obviously, I'm not too familiar with different religion and stuff like that. But for me, and this is like kind of like real. This is real talk right here. The reason why that I don't like Christmas is because when I was little, when I was younger, after my mom had left us, one year Santa Claus was in town, and he was downtown. We used to live in Yorktown at that time frame, and I had asked Santa Claus, "Can you?" He was like, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas?" And I said, "I just want my mom to come back home." That's what I told him, and like he didn't really like say, well, let me see what I can do." He was just like, "Okay, well, have a Merry Christmas," and then that was it. And after that, like, I was crying and everything. And of course, my mom didn't come for Christmas. And then for that Christmas, we went to my cousin's house. And, all my other cousins and my tío and tía was there and everything. And everybody got Christmas presents except for me and Herlinda, me and my sister. And I guess it's probably because, everybody brought their Christmas presents for their children or for my cousins, and maybe my dad didn't buy any Christmas presents for us or didn't know how, or maybe he was just working too much, because I do know that he was working like 2 jobs, and taking care of two preteen girls, and then of course my brother, which is my dad's stepson. So my dad had all of this on his plate, and like I said, that Christmas we didn't get a Christmas present, and of course my mom didn't come back, and so later on in that Christmas party, my cousin, she, I don't even know if I want to say her name because I didn't really ask her. But anywho, one of my cousins, she had asked, no. She gave us like $5 and to me and Herlinda. And she, I was like super excited to have $5. I was like, all right. But of course, I don't think we even kept that $5. I think we gave it to my dad for gas or something. So yeah, that's one story of why I don't like Christmas. And let me just remind y'all, okay, my dad did try his hardest on trying to raise us. He tried, the hardest he can do, of the best of his knowledge, of how to raise his children, his 2 daughters and his stepson. But you know what? He doesn't even call Marky his stepson. That's his son. He raised him. So before y'all be saying, "Oh, he shouldn't have taken your Christmas money away," da 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 da. You know what? Me and Herlinda, we already knew what what was more important. And my dad needed gas for his truck, so that way, or for his car, so that way he can go to work to make more money. We already knew. We already knew the concept of, what's what. So just to clarify, nobody be hating or bashing my dad. Just to let y'all know, that's very uncalled for, very disrespectful. And also my dad is a Vietnam veteran as well. So like I said, he tried his damnedest to do what he knew, to do what he could for us. So, and now my second story of why I really don't like Christmas is when I think I was a 10th grader. I think I was in 10th grade. It was back in 2000. We were living in Austin already. We went to Victoria, to spend, I think, the Christmas day with our family. Mainly my mom's family. And when I say mom, I mean my stepmom. I call her my mom because she raised us. After a few years, after my mom had left us, my mom, this mom, not my biological mom, she came into the picture. So we went to my mom's family, I guess Christmas party or something, but I went to my godmother's house, and I spent the night over there. She made me hot chocolate, and she gave me a little Christmas card, and she gave me $100. I was like, oh my gosh, because the night before she had asked me what did I want. And I said, well, I want the new Game Boy Color. At that time, the Game Boy Color was out. And I said, I want the new Game Boy Color. And because I've never had a Game Boy, and I've always wanted one, and now it's color, and I want the blue one. And so she was like, okay. And so she gave me that. And, like, honestly, I really didn't want to show my dad the $100, but I was just so excited. And of course, I showed it to him. Well, I never got my Game Boy Color. Still even now, I don't even have a Game Boy Color. Eventually I had to give my dad my money. I want to say it was for it was for some utilities. One of the utilities. I think they were going to cut off the gas or something, and so I ended up, of course, I had to gift him. And after that, I was, I've always told myself I'm never going to have kids. I don't ever want to get married, this and that. And, of course, that ended up not being true. But, like I said, don't go bashing on my dad. He, he tried, he did the best that he could. I respect my dad, even though, stuff happens and this and that. But like I said, I knew what the outcome was. If we don't pay, we get it turned off. But yeah, after that, I was like, you know what? I don't even care for Christmas anymore. And ever since then, like I said, I really don't get any presents. The only time I get presents is now that I'm with Miguel, my husband. He always he always asks me, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? And every year I just tell him, just buy me socks and chones, or buy me a new pair of shoes or a new pair of boots. And that's what I get. So with Miguel, he buys me some socks and shoes, a pair of socks and shoes. And yeah, so that, to me, I'm extremely grateful for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that story. So yeah, like I said, my husband, every year, he's like, oh, we need to put up the tree for the kids. We need to do this for the kids, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But of course, eventually I do it. And normally I'll literally do it at the last minute. But last year I did not put up the Christmas tree, and I did not, what is that called? Wrap up the presents. I just put the presents in a black trash bag in front of our door, and I think I have a picture of them like opening up their presents from last year. I'll have to look. But yeah, I mean, you know, they just opened up the trash bag and look. So, and I think they already knew whose was whose. But yeah, last year I didn't do it. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So this year, you know, my husband was like, no, just do it for the kids, for Asa. You know, he's a baby, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. But, you know, like I said, I don't hate Christmas. I just don't feel like celebrating it just because of what happened back then. But I do know that I can change that with my actions now. So, like I said, that's why I decided to go ahead and do this year, you know, celebrate it and put up the decorations and everything. I guess it'll take me a while for me to like be all into it, like the way Miguel's family is. But because like with me, the only holidays that I like are Halloween and Valentine's. That's it. Those are my holidays right there. 4th of July, Veterans Day, Memorial Day. Yeah, I like those too, obviously. You know, it shows that it's that a reminder of what we've done for our country and everything. But you know, of course I do those because, you know, I want to do those, and I do celebrate those. But other than those, other than the military, holidays, those two are the only ones that I like. Is Halloween and Valentine's Day. So yeah, and then of course when those two holidays comes up, I will tell you why I like those two holidays. But anywho, so I am going to go ahead and just let this continue playing. Obviously I already have the Christmas tree up. Yeah, my living room was literally a disaster. I have not been cleaning my living room or my different rooms, unfortunately, throughout these past few months. I have been going downhill. I've definitely been going downhill with my PTSD and my anxiety and everything. I don't know if y'all can tell like the difference on my videos. When I'm not having a good day, I'm like fuck, you know. But when I am having a good day, when I, you know, obviously when I have my medications, when I'm taking my medications, this is how I am, you know, calm, obviously not cussing. I don't even think I've even cussed other than that little example. But I did go to the VA this week. I did get my medications. They are helping me. I think I did I have a video clip of me doing that. I just haven't posted it up. So probably after this or the next one, because I have some videos that I have not posted up that I just couldn't do. I'm just like, okay, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. But obviously, it's just, I don't know. When you're not, or me, I guess you could say being in general. When I'm not when I don't have my medications, I feel like I'm nothing, and I feel like there's people everywhere just judging me and just doing stuff to me, and you know, it's just it's hard for me to explain it, but people that can relate, I think they understand what I'm trying to say. So with that being said, like I said, I haven't cleaned up my living room in a good while. I don't even know what the time frame is. So, you know, obviously you could see. But yeah, you know, like I said, this day I was feeling good. You know, I'm happy. I didn't go crazy or anything. So, but yeah, I cleaned up my living room very, very well. And, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm going to continue on, let y'all see my, what's that word? Progress. And I guess that's it. So I hope you like. If y'all have any comments or whatever, any story that y'all want to share of, why y'all do or don't like Christmas or whatever. I honestly, I would like to hear a lot of the why you like Christmas, like, oh, my daughter was born on Christmas Day, stuff like that. I think that'll help me raise up my happiness. So, but anyways, I hope you like. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff, what all the YouTubers says. And I will see y'all in the next. Peace.